guys. I'm just so glad you could make it.
What is he doing here?
Uh, Hades, we can't hear you.
Uh, I knew I would never be able to figure this out. I don't know why I let my wife talk me into this.
Don't talk about my daughter Persephone that way.
I was just saying she was the one who said I should get on this call. She said it might be nice to see you guys.
Well, it's nice to see you too, Hades. In a few hundred years.
Longer than that. I think I last came up during the Black Death? Yes. I was working overtime for a while there, but none of you guys came to see me when I was up there. I had to come up to Olympus and bother you so that you stopped Apollo from shooting his arrows of disease at people.
Well, you can be a bit gloomy.
Can you really blame us, little brother?
I suppose that's fair. What are we here to talk about again, Hestia?
Thank you, Hades. I called you guys all here because of Zeus. What our brother, the king of Olympus, the lord of the skies, Hera's husband, is well, he's crazy. He constantly cheats on Hera.
Hey,
He never listens to anything anyone says, and he rules the universe and all of the gods in it with insults and his lightning bolts. And frankly, I don't think any of us, as the god of the underworld, the goddess of the harvest, the queen of Olympus, and the goddess of the hearth, should have to suffer silently any longer.
we're here to talk about Zeus behind his back, which is pointless. He's going to find out anyway. You might as well invite him here.
Well, it's more to try and,
I don't see what good it will do. It's not like you guys care about anything I would have to say. You'd be on Zeus' side no matter what I did.
Well, maybe if you didn't steal my daughter, then we'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I didn't.
Oh, you most certainly did. You kidnapped her and then made her eat your filthy pomegranate so that she'd have to stay with you for half of the year. Don't think I've forgiven you. I told my daughter last time she was with me that she should just get divorced and be done with it. But she said she actually likes it down there now. She likes it with all the skeletons and dead people. Ugh. What have you turned the goddess of flowers into?
I told her she could go. It's not my fault that she ate the pomegranates.
I told her for ages that she should clean up the place, make it a little nicer for the dead, but she won't hear it.
I know a good interior decorator, or at least I did when I built my palace on Olympus. He'd be dead now, I suppose, but that won't be a problem for you, Hades. Want me to give you his card?
I'm one interior decorator. I like the underworld the way it is.
It's so dark.
I mean, yes, I suppose it is. But it's kind of peaceful. Besides, the unrelenting screaming of the dead and the fire pits and stuff. It's very tranquil.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
So, is everything going good down there then?
Oh, yes. I've been very busy lately, but I've been managing. Plus, I've been training Cerberus in my spare time. I taught him to roll over and stuff like that. And he really likes skulls, and so we've been playing fetch with them.
That's revolting.
Hera, I hardly think you can decide what's revolting when you.
He is revolting, though. He kidnapped my daughter and then forced her to marry him. What's more revolting than that?
Demeter, we've been over this for centuries now. Zeus, my wife's father, gave me permission to marry her. Why would I have thought that he hadn't asked her when he said, "Oh, she'd love to marry you, Hades. Why didn't you go pick her up right now? She can hardly wait." And afterwards, he told me it was fine, and I just.
Why would you listen to anything that man says?
I don't know, Demeter. Maybe it's because he's the king of the gods and of the universe.
That doesn't mean you have to listen to anything he says. He's a fool.
Exactly, Demeter. Zeus is, well, he's Zeus, and it's definitely not easy to live with all the decisions that he makes.
That's one way to put it.
What? Would you like the floor hair?
Not particularly.
I mean, he's our brother, but you're his wife.
And
What do you mean? And
what point are you trying to make?
Are you joking, Hera? Do the names Persephone, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Dionysus, just to name a few, ring any bells?
I see what this is. You called this meeting just to try and shame me about my husband.
oh, I'm trying to shame you?
Oh, so is that why you brought up all the names of the gods who are my husband's and not mine?
Not to mention all the demigods.
Excuse me? Care to repeat that?
Come on, Hera, we aren't trying to shame you, but it's kind of the Hades in the room.
I don't want to talk about this.
What you did to Heracles was kind of brutal, even for me.
Don't even say that name. I don't want to hear his name ever again.
You did drive him mad and made him kill his family.
So,
As much as I'd hate to admit it, Hades has a point. What you did was kind of harsh, don't you think?
this is ancient history, literally.
Well, I don't think it's smart to...
Well, what do you know, Hades?
I've talked to Heracles. The man is kind of crazy now.
That's what he gets. I'm tired of people glorifying him, a demigod son of Zeus. Why won't anyone glorify my Ares?
No offense, Hera, but he's kind of gone off the rails.
He brings so many people to my place that I should just hire him.
That's not fair. He's the god of war. He can't help it.
We aren't all victims of our powers, Hera.
Ridiculous. And what if the humans caused all the wars then, huh? And not my son?
We've all heard him, Hera. He loves it.
I can't believe you are all attacking me when we should really be attacking Hades.
Hey,
We aren't attacking you, Hera. We're simply stating a fact.
A fact that is meant to attack me and my husband.
But it's Zeus's fault. I mean, he's the one who's causing all the problems, not any of us.
Oh, sure. Always blame Zeus. He's the one who overthrew Cronus and the other Titans, wasn't he? He allowed for all of this to happen.
I mean, that's just because Mom saved him from getting eaten by our father, and she just didn't do that for any of us.
So he's just lucky?
I mean, yes. Zeus isn't exactly the best leader. Sure, he freed us, but then he used our help to overthrow our father.
yeah, Demeter, exactly.
Shut up, Hades.
I was agreeing with you.
Well, stop it. I don't want to hear my name come out of your mouth after what you did.
All right, then. You're wrong, Demeter. Hera, you're totally right.
Shut up, Hades.
Gods, all right, fine.
Hades? Hades? You're on mute. Hades, come back! Apologize.
Why should we do that?
I admit, he can be weird sometimes, but he's not a bad guy.
He's the god of the underworld.
He stole my daughter.
Well, I mean, not like we have to pick what we were the gods of. Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon all drew sticks after the war to see what they would get to rule over. I mean, he could be Zeus in another world with all of that power and glory, but he got none of that. He's doing the best with what he's got.
That still doesn't excuse what he did to my daughter.
But you had with my husband.
Excuse me?
Hera, Demeter, just call him back, please.
You heard me.
I can't believe that you would.
That I
Listen, you two acting like children. Now, I called you here to have a civil discussion, and you can't yell at each other anymore. You don't have to be okay with each other. I understand that, but no more yelling. Got it? Oh, you're back, Hades.
What have you got there?
Pomegranate juice. My wife loves this stuff.
Why, you little.
Um, did that help?
Yes, it did. Thank you. Don't ever mention my daughter again, or I'll.
Oh, what? Not talk to me? Call me names? Hate my guts? You already do all of that.
Or I'll come down to the underworld and talk to you in person.
Wait down here.
I'll do it for my daughter. I'll come down there with my scythe and everything.
Oh, come on, Demeter. What are you, the Grim Reaper? Don't be silly.
It's f***ing great, fool.
Hey, sheesh, I was just trying to make a joke.
I'm the goddess of the harvest. How else am I supposed to harvest everything?
You don't harvest everything, though. As I recall, there's a group of people called farmers on Earth who do the harvesting.
Are you telling me you don't want to use the Mount Olympus Community Garden anymore? Is that what you're telling me, Hera?
You guys have a community garden on Olympus?
Yes, which I tend to all year long so that Hera can have her apples all year long and make her little loaves of bread.
They are golden apples. Of course I want them year-round.
Start with golden apples, Hera. Just don't, please.
Why not?
Oh, I wonder why, Hera. It's definitely not because your desire to win a golden apple caused Aphrodite to bribe Prince Paris of Troy with the most beautiful woman in the world. And that woman definitely wasn't Helen, who was already married to King of Sparta, Menelaus. And Menelaus definitely didn't get the Greeks to fight in a 10-year-long war against the Trojans to get Helen back. It's definitely not because of anything like that.
What do you know about the Trojan War, Demeter? It's not like you picked a side or was involved in any way. What kind of cowardly goddess doesn't get involved in the biggest war for thousands of years?
Stop being like that, guys. Come on.
What do you know, Hestia?
You've always been so isolated from the rest of the gods while you poke your silly fireplace. You have no right to get involved in our affairs.
That's not fair.
It's true. Both you and Hades are so focused on your corners of the universe that you've forgotten about the rest of it. Do you even know what's going on up in Olympus right now?
No.
No. I suppose I don't.
Well, then let me fill you in. Athena's gone off to university.
University? I thought she was the goddess of wisdom. What does she need school for?
That's what we told her. But she said that she wanted to become a well-rounded individual and that she didn't want to limit herself intellectually.
I think she just did it so she could use big words to confuse Zeus.
It's not like it's hard to do that. I once told him that the word jovial came from his Roman name Jupiter. He was so confused. It was embarrassing.
I remember when I told him about the planet Jupiter. Figured that since the mortals hadn't gone there yet, they hadn't given it a name.
I'm still mad about Pluto.
I've never even had a former planet named after me. It's always been a dwarf planet.
I didn't know you had a dwarf planet named after you. You're just like me if you think about it, Demeter.
Except scientists never thought my dwarf planet was an actual planet and had to remove it from the solar system.
It's not Pluto's fault. It had a lot going for it for a while.
That's true, Hades. That's true. I mean, I have an asteroid named after me, which is pretty cool. It's actually one of the biggest asteroids in the asteroid belt. We'll have to go up there and visit it.
I think the winner is obviously me. I have an asteroid and a satellite that goes up to check on Jupiter. How very fitting, don't you think?
Wait, this is a competition?
Oh, please, Hera. Being proud of having more than one piece of space trash named after you? That's almost as pathetic as liking Pluto.
Why does it always come back to making fun of me? Other people like Pluto, I'm not the only one.
Oh, really? How would you know that? Do you ask the dead mortals who come down to the underworld their opinion on Pluto before you send them to the afterlife?
No, I don't have that big of an ego that I need morals to constantly stroke it, Hera.
Okay. Let's calm down a little bit, shall we?
Why do you keep trying to be the referee?
I mean, I don't know. We're the gods of Olympus. We should get along, not fight with each other all the time.
Just because we're the gods of Olympus doesn't mean we need to get along.
We've never gotten along, even in the very beginning.
I have a point, Hestia. I mean, even when we were fighting the Titans for control of the universe, Zeus and Poseidon would always argue over battle tactics.
Wow. That's a long time ago. I mean, it was centuries ago when we fought the Titans. I've nearly forgotten.
Those were the times we had everything: faithful worshippers, plentiful sacrifices, and beautiful temples built in our names. I do miss the times.
Yes, but not anymore. The mortals have moved on from us. We're the creatures of picture books rather than creatures of worship and legend.
Oh, I guess I didn't notice.
This. There are no sacrifices anymore, no prayers, and no temples. How could you not notice that they're all gone?
I mean, I really didn't have enough of those things during the ancient times for me to notice them going away. I knew that mortals didn't have coins in their eyes to pay the fee to cross the river Styx into the underworld anymore. But I just figured that currency had changed.
People are stuck outside the underworld these days, then. There must be a lot, I would imagine, right?
Not as many as you'd expect. We've started to take credit cards and even this thing called Bitcoin. We also take some people's belongings, like jewelry and stuff like that. People are willing to give whatever it takes to cross into the underworld.
I could hardly imagine why. It's so dark and gloomy. I'd much rather stay on the other side of the river Styx.
The dead don't seem to mind. They seem pretty cool with whatever. Of course, they'd rather go to the resort in the middle of the underworld. But if they have to wander around forever instead, they don't complain too much.
You have a resort down there?
I didn't build it, I inherited it. It was down there when I first arrived. It was kind of odd, actually. And besides, Persephone hangs out at my place, at my palace, and helps me with all of my King of the Underworld stuff. It's a lot more paperwork than you imagine it would be.
What kind of paperwork do you have to do?
Mostly, I need to make sure everyone goes to the right place. There was this one guy that was placed in the fields of the asphodel instead of. He put up a big stink when he found out. I had to give him some times in the Isles of the Blessed so that he would shut up.
Sounds like you run the underworld like a country club.
I don't even understand what a country club is, Demeter.
What I mean is that you let people do whatever they want to enjoy themselves in the afterlife. You're not their king, you're their servant.
That's not fair. You can't be a ruler without making your people happy sometimes. If you're the queen of anything, you would know that.
That's true. Zeus and I do it all the time.
Hera, I find that hard to believe. I mean, you and Zeus never do anything to make the people happy.
Don't you remember the complimentary sandwiches that we gave you that one time before our meeting?
That was one time.
And if I remember correctly, I made those sandwiches for everyone, not you.
But you aren't an Olympian, and I brought them to the meeting, not you. You can't claim sandwiches that you didn't distribute.
Wow. So kind of you to remind me that I'm not one of the Club Olympians. I really appreciate that, Hera.
I'm sorry. I thought you would care more about making your family get along than taking credit for some crappy sandwiches.
And look how well that's working out.
What do you mean?
Look at us. Demeter can barely speak a word to me without making fun of me. You can't speak about your husband with a straight face. Hestia tries to keep the peace, but you just make fun of her cooking skills. You like to pretend we are one big happy family, but we aren't.
Why do you always have to go out and ruin everything, Hades?
This is exactly my point. I'm tired of this. I have an actual family with Persephone, not with you fools. I'm leaving.
Hades? Hades? No, Hades! Come back!
Good riddance.
You do realize that he's your brother, right?
That still doesn't excuse what he did to my daughter.
Oh, okay. So you can excuse Zeus, but not him?
Well, I have to excuse Zeus.
No, you don't. I haven't excused him for what he's done to me.
What has he ever done to you?
Don't you remember that he was the one that made me give up being one of the 12 Olympians? Just so his son Dionysus could be one instead? I might not have minded if he had asked me first, but he didn't. I'm not gonna forgive him for something like that.
That's not nearly as bad what Zeus has done to the both of us, and we've forgiven him.
That's because you two are way too cowardly to do that. You just want to keep the peace, and so you let him walk all over you. I know it's not fair, but he's done way worse
Not
things
fair.
to you than he's done to me. I mean, he never cheated on me or stole my daughter. That's way worse.
Then why call us cowards?
Because you should be angry at him. You should not allow him to get away with things like that.
Well, Hades was angry at Zeus for not letting him be an Olympian. And look at what happened to him. He's not allowed to visit Olympus at all.
And I'm not Zeus's first wife. Get another one before me. If he got angry and divorced me, what would I have? I'm barely the goddess of anything besides being queen of Olympus. I would have nothing if he left me.
How is being the jealous wife of Zeus any better, Hera?
At least I have something. At least I have myths about me this way.
You would have myths written about you, even if you weren't married to Zeus. Come on.
Oh, really? Do you even know what I'm the goddess of?
Olympus? Right? Yeah.
Aren't you the goddess of babies or something?
Marriage! I'm the goddess of marriage!
Oh.
That's ironic then.
Well,
Don't even go there, Demeter. Just don't.
but think about it, Hera. What does Hades have? He doesn't have any good myths about him. All he has are stories of people trying to save their loved ones from the underworld. At least you have a lot of good stories about you. He doesn't even get that.
I suppose that's true. All the myths where Hades are involved tend to be depressing.
I'm gonna call him back, okay? He needs this group just as much as the rest of us, okay? And be civil, Demeter, please.
I will be if he is.
He always is. He's not that guy, you know. He did try to reunite Eurydice and Orpheus.
Sure, that was so kind of him to put conditions on her release from the underworld. Of course he looked back. Why wouldn't he tell him the truth?
I agree with Hera. I mean, it's hard to trust the Lord of the Dead.
Are we talking about Orpheus? You know that I let Eurydice go because of Persephone.
Really?
Yes. She liked his music and liked how much in love they were with each other. She said it reminded her of us. And I promised her that I would let Eurydice have a chance at living again. I would never promise to her. Never. It isn't my fault for all the technicalities. It's the only way to get past the paperwork.
You really care about my daughter that much?
Yes, of course. I would have let her go right after I took her, but Zeus told me not to. Because he told me he had made a promise, and he wasn't gonna back down. What was I supposed to do? I'm really sorry about it all, Demeter. I really am. But I really do care about your daughter. I truly do.
Well, you aren't forgiven. But I will try to be more accepting of you, Hades. And besides, it seems like my daughter really cares about you. And it's just his fault anyways. That fool.
Why does he get to do whatever he wants? It's so embarrassing to be his wife and to have to stand next to him while his eyes are on mortal women. I have to watch him and keep my mouth shut and smile like nothing's wrong. And what's worse is that everyone knows. Every god, every mortal, every living thing. I'm the laughingstock of the universe. Everyone whispers on what a fool Hera is, with such a fool and beast for a husband. I can only smile so much before I lose it. And those demigod sons, those children who became famous for their deeds and their parentage, I can't stand them either. They are living proof of my shame that can walk and talk and slay monsters. They say that I am a jealous wife, but maybe I am just a tired goddess who wants to live without shame, resting on her shoulders. Did they ever think of that?
No one thinks you're shameful, Hera.
No offense, Hades, but I don't think you know what people are thinking these days.
No, I'm serious. Nowadays, the mortals think that Zeus is kind of a scumbag.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. Most mortals know some of our stories and think that Zeus is an adulterous bully who should be better to his wife. They are definitely more on your side than his. And sure, sometimes your reactions are a little bit extreme, but more people like you than Zeus.
That makes me feel better. Thank you, Hades.
Don't mention it. Zeus is hard to handle, especially for me. He makes fun of me every chance he gets, and always wants to remind me that he's better than me. Even though the only reason he is king because he drew the longer stick. I'm fine with my lot in the universe. But I could do without the teasing, you know? He doesn't have to be my best friend. But he should at least respect me a little bit. I don't ask for much from you guys. Except a little kindness. I don't want special treatment. Just some respect. And you guys aren't good at it. But Zeus is worse. He's a bully. And Hera, you should be allowed to be angry at him if he doesn't respect you. You deserve better than that.
Thank you. Look, Hades, I'm sorry about the way we've been treating you. I don't want to treat you the way Zeus does. That's not fair to you.
It's fine.
No, it's not fine. Hades, I'm sorry too. You deserve better than to be bullied by us. I need to get over this whole kidnapping thing a little bit. It's ancient history. And besides, it's Zeus's fault anyways. He's the one who gave her away to you. I didn't want to have a daughter with him, but when I had Persephone, I thought she would be the bright spot in my life. And for a long time she was. She was the goddess of flowers and she acted like it. But then he gave her away to you. It wasn't him to do that. I was her mother above all. He had no say over anything to do with her. I was just so upset for so long. It was like a piece of me was missing. That's why I was so angry at you, Hades. I was angry at you, yes, but more angry at him, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I've just been taking it out on you for so long, and I'm so sorry.
It's all right, mother-in-law.
Don't push it. But I'm glad that you married my daughter, Hades. And if you'll have me, I'd love to come down and visit you guys.
You mean in the underworld?
Yes.
We would love that. Of course you can come. You are always welcome to meet her.
And Hera, I'm so sorry about Persephone. It wasn't my fault that she was born, but she's your husband's daughter. I can't imagine how that must feel.
You don't need to apologize. It's not your fault. It's his. I've always felt sorry for you, Demeter. Truly, I have. I'm not upset.
I wish I could hug you both through the screen.
Oh. God.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. That was just it was sweet. And you guys opened and you talked about all your emotions with your feelings and about Zeus and proud of you guys.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Was this just a plot to get us to talk about our feelings?
I mean, I assumed when you saw the name Victims of Zeus support group that you would realize that we would be talking about our feelings.
I thought that we were here to support the people who had been smited by Zeus's lightning bolts. I never agreed to share my feelings.
Oh my god. What have I said? Can I take any of it back?
Hera, no. This is good. We've opened up to each other.
That's the problem. Oh gods. Oh gods.
Oh, Hera, the only way that we're going to be able to cope with Zeus's craziness is by talking to each other. By establishing an open dialogue and creating a safe space that we can...
Wait a minute. Have you been talking to Athena recently by any chance?
Oh. No, that's ridiculous. Come on.
I knew it. I've heard Athena talk like that before. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to bring us closer together and feel less alone in all these emotions that we feel about Zeus.
We are gods. Group therapy won't work for us.
That's not what this is. This is just a place for us to talk. And that's what we've been doing for most of this. Just talking. And look where it's gotten us.
You better not expect us to talk about our feelings anymore. But I must admit, this has been rather enjoyable.
I agree with Hera.
I don't know. I enjoy talking about my feelings. I found it rather soothing.
Up, ladies.
You find kicking around skulls with your three-headed dog soothing.
I never said we kicked around the skulls with him. I said we played fetch.
Is that any better?
When I come down there, I'm bringing a chew toy for that dog.
He's too big for a chew toy. He's not a normal sized dog.
They make big chew toys, Hades. Have you ever looked on the internet?
No. What's the internet?
Ever heard of the internet?
No, I haven't.
How did you even get in the Zoom call? You need the internet for that.
You do, but I thought you needed some
Yeah,
type
you
of.
need to go to your Wi-Fi and then your settings.
I don't understand how you wouldn't know.
So, same time next week?
Thank you for your time, Miss Lindenshed.
No, thank you, Mr. Thomas.
Please, call me Don.
Right, Don, and you can call me Ella, of course.
Very good. And how are you on this fine day?
Much better now that you've called.
Ella, I was very impressed with your audition last Tuesday. Very impressed. You were one of our top performers, which is why I've called you today.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. It's an honor.
That being said, our selection for the role of Clarice will be chosen from you as well as one other actress who auditioned for the role. Nothing is final, but let's just say I've got my sights on you, young lady.
Wow. Oh my gosh. This is really happening. This could be my big break. I can't breathe.
But like I was saying before, nothing is finalized. There are some minor technicalities we need to go over. That is, if you don't mind.
Of course. Anything you need.
Wonderful. Well, let's just jump right into it. First off, I want to verify that information on your audition form is correct. So you are 21 years old. Is this correct?
Yes, 21.
And you are 5'6".
Correct.
And I suppose I've got the right phone number since, well, we arranged this meeting on a phone call this morning. Yes?
Yes, sir. We did.
Great. Well, we've only got a couple more things left to discuss.
And then I'll be ready for the role. I mean, if that's the decision, of course.
That is correct. Right then. So you listed on your audition form that you have 0 dancing experience. Is this still the case?
Well, I'm not the best dancer. In fact, the last dance class that I took was around 2 weeks ago. I joined the beginners class. I was the only one who was old enough to have graduated from kindergarten. But when we were leaping across the floor, I fell flat on my face and fractured my chin. All the kids started pointing and laughing at me. But I don't think it'll be a problem, sir. I'm feeling better already.
That's good to hear. Well, Ella, I must let you know that some dance experience will be required for the role.
Oh.
If you don't feel like this is something you can do, then I can just contact the other...
No. No, Don. That won't be necessary. I'm sure I can take some dance classes on the side.
Actually, that won't be necessary.
Oh, is there a choreographer I can work with on the set or something like that?
Multiple choreographers. We've brought in many professional choreographers for Clarice's big ballroom fight scene.
Ballroom fight scene?
Precisely. Clarice has a scene near the end of the movie where she is waltzing with the gorilla while simultaneously taking out an entire room full of international spy agents.
That sounds dangerous.
There's no pressure, sweetheart. If you don't feel like there's something you can do, then I can always ask the other girl if she wants to do it.
No, I'll do the scene.
Wonderful! You'll start your intensive training program the first week of March.
Intensive training?
Yes, we've arranged for a 3-month, 20-hour-a-day intensive training period for this one epic scene. We want it to be perfect. You'll be working with our professional gorilla actor, Chevy. He's been working with us for years now, and we all love him. He's only lashed out on 5 out of the 15 actors and actresses he's worked with. He's our shining star.
What do you mean by he's lashed out on 5 people?
Well, 5 actors. But you should be fine as long as you don't touch his little bunny stuffed animal or make eye contact with him. You'd also be working with our fight scene choreographer, Maria, who is currently in a full-body cast, but don't worry, she'll still be there to help you out as much as she can.
Oh my gosh, is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. Oh, Chevy. Well, anyways, you'll have all of the equipment needed for the big scene, and of course, you'll be working with some of our finest choreographers.
Well, that sounds nice.
What do you say, Ella? Everything sounding good so far?
Can I just take a quick water break, if you don't mind?
Of course. I'll be here when you get back. Don't be too long. Got some more things left to discuss.
Okay. On the bad side, we have 1, a killer monkey. 2, a fight scene choreographer who won't be able to fight. And 3, a 3-month intensive training process for just the one scene. On the good side, we have some great dance choreographers. And my first big time acting job. I can't turn this down. I mean, I'll probably die in the process, but I'll die a star. I'll take you up on that offer, Don.
Very good, dear. We only got a few more things left to discuss. It shouldn't take too long. All right, next item of business. So you put on your audition form that you would not be comfortable doing your own stunts. Is this still correct?
Yes, sir. I am extremely clumsy, and I'm afraid the stunt double would have a better time at...
Unfortunately, our stunt lady has quit. She no longer works with us as of yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, would that mean I would have to perform my own stunts?
Exactly. There are only 2 stunts in the entire show, and neither are extremely dangerous. We have an incredible response crew, and our faculty will make sure you are taken care of.
Well, I guess that would be fine. Why, might I ask? Did the last stunt lady quit?
Very unfortunate circumstances. During one of our stunts for our last show, our entire set just fell apart right before our eyes. She was sitting on a chair, getting ready to do an easy stunt where she would just fall out of it, when the entire roof just collapsed. But you don't have to worry about anything. Our set designer has assured she knows what she is doing.
So she's still with you?
She's a very good friend of mine. I think that you'll love her.
I'm sure I will.
Is everything all right? If you're having second thoughts, like I was saying before, I've got the other actors on speed dial, and I could just...
No. I need this job. It would be an honor to work with such a world-renowned director such as yourself. I ate a bad piece of toast this morning. That's all.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ella, but I'm glad you're still on board. You really are a talented actress, Ella.
Thank you.
Well, I do legally have to let you know that your stunt could result in serious injury or death.
I thought you said that this was a minor stunt.
It is minor, but in the off chance that something goes wrong, more risk could be involved than what is expected. Honestly, it's nothing to worry about. You know how to swim, right?
Do I have to jump into a body of water or something? I can handle that.
Only if something goes wrong.
What?
You don't have to jump into the pool of water beneath you if something goes wrong with the flamethrowers.
Oh, okay. Wait, flamethrowers.
The best on the market.
So I'm guessing it'll be another intense fight scene.
Oh no. The flamethrowers in the love at first sight scene.
All right. I should have known.
It's my personal favorite scene out of the entire movie. You meet the love of your life in a small restaurant in the Alaskan suburbs. Thing is, you don't know he can shoot fire from his eyeballs. So the flamethrowers will be launched directly at your face. But don't worry, we, of course, will have all the necessary safety precautions taken care of.
Let me get this straight. In this love at first sight scene, flamethrowers are going to be projecting balls of fire at my face. And this is a minor stunt.
You know, you catch on quick, Ella. This is why I want to work with you.
But sir,
And of course, we'll have to shave off your eyebrows so we can prevent them from catching fire and melting your face off. Or however that stuff works. Are you alright? Shall we move on?
yes, sir.
So, about the other stunt you'd have to perform. Once again, pretty basic, not as high risk as I would have wanted, but still awesome nonetheless. Your second stunt, you will be in a scene where you will be looking at your new apartment in the city. You'll be talking about how pretty the walls and the floors are or whatever, and then kersploosh, the entire room will begin to fill up with hydrochloric acid.
You mean fake hydrochloric acid, right?
No, real hydrochloric acid. See, there's no real way to portray that raw fear and terror unless you get some real sizzling, bubbling excitement at your feet. Well, not actually at your feet. You won't come in contact with the acid.
Oh, good.
Hopefully.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh, I said, honeybee.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of honeybees, you aren't allergic, are you?
No, I mean, yes, yes, I am very, deathly allergic.
What a shame. Well, do you have any questions so far?
So many.
What was that?
Nothing. I just, anyways, yes, I do have a couple questions if you don't mind.
I got a couple answers. Maybe.
Right. So as I mentioned before, it would be a great honor to work with such a world-renowned director as yourself. But my manager never really told me the other projects that you've worked on, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, of course not. I've worked on many productions in my directing career. You've probably only seen 2 out of the 34, though. Shaking Hands, which is about how an adopted child finds her way back to her birth mother after 23 years of living halfway across the world from her, has won many awards and has been honored as one of the greatest films of our generation.
Oh yes, I am aware. I cannot believe that. I should have known that such a genius as yourself had some part in the making of such a beautiful movie.
I get that a lot. Thank you. And the second one you might have heard of is called Ho Ho Home, which is about how one Christmas, Santa was short on elves, so he adopted all of the kids in an orphanage in Chicago to become his new crew. They moved to the North Pole and everything. Very sweet story.
I must have cried 1,000 times watching that movie. My parents watch it every Christmas. Come to think of it, these movies seem very different from Casino Clarice.
Yes. I've wanted to release an action movie for years now, and I've made nearly 30 of them, but none of them have ever been released.
Why not?
Something has always gone terribly wrong.
Oh, like what?
Oh, you know, set malfunctions, technical difficulties, Chevy. But nothing could go wrong with this one, I guarantee it.
Yeah, nothing at all.
I'm just glad I've got such a wonderful potential leading actress to bring it all home.
Yeah, let's bring it home.
All right, next thing on the list. On your audition form, you just put under the special talents box, you can ride a unicycle. How interesting.
Yes, I went to circus camp in the 7th grade.
Well, I was so intrigued by this excellent ability that I've decided to incorporate it into the movie.
Oh no.
How would you feel about being half human, half unicycle?
Come again?
Since you have this incredible skill, I was thinking about rewriting Clarice into the script as a half human, half unicycle cyborg.
What would that entail?
Well, you'd be on the unicycle for all of your training sessions, rehearsals, and filming days.
But what about the stunts and the epic ballroom, dancing monkey international spy fight scene?
On the unicycle.
See, I really hate to be all doom and gloom, sir, but I don't believe that riding on a unicycle all day is realistic. I just don't know if I can do it.
Ella, look at me. This talent you have is special. You're the only person I know who can ride a unicycle. And I know a lot of people. I'm very popular. Point being that if anyone can do it, you can. You just have to believe in yourself. I can't see myself casting you as normal Clarice. I just can't. So unless you're willing to put aside whatever other restrictions you're putting on yourself, I guess I'll have to cast the other chick as boring old normal Clarice. Oh, honey, if I had such the opportunity to play such a wonderful role, I'd be crying too. Go on, let it out.
I'm so happy.
Do you need a minute to calm down? I've got to go feed Chevy anyways, and he gets real hangry when he hasn't eaten in a while.
That would be nice. Hey, Mom, it's me. Yeah, I'm fine. Well, not really. You know that movie that I auditioned for last week? Well, I got a call back and I was super excited until this guy started throwing out all these crazy ideas and requirements for the role, and I just didn't know what to do. I mean, I need this job so bad. I've been under this rock for so long, and it's my chance to put my name out there. Oh, yeah, the director of the movie is the guy who directed Ho Ho Home, and I'm on a Zoom call with him now.
What?
Yeah, Mom, I know. It's crazy. Listen, I just don't know what to do. I'm kind of in a pickle. What should I do, Mom? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.
I'm back. Sorry for the delay. Chevy and I just get to talking and we just can't stop. So is everything still good? Am I fine to move on and get the rest of stuff taken care of? Because I got a party to get ready for in a couple of hours and I gotta let my hair air dry before I put the corn syrup in it.
Yeah, we're good to go. Sir, I just wanted to say that I know that this has been a pretty long call and I've been acting a bit off, but I just wanted to thank you for this opportunity because it's been my dream for a while now to be in a movie and it's finally paying off. I'm sure I can overlook the difficulty of any of the technicalities that you throw at me and be the Clarice that you've been looking for.
Oh, that was just beautiful, Ella. So, as we were going over... Oh, wait, your surprise is here.
Surprise?
You're gonna freak out.
Like in a good way?
You're so funny, Ella. All right, give me one moment. We'll add some people to the call.
All right.
Hello, friends. I'm so glad you can make it.
Glad to be here.
Yo.
How's the everything doing, Maria?
So painful.
I'm sorry to hear that. And how's everything going on set?
Fine, I guess.
That's great. Let me introduce you to our potential leading actress, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Ella.
Sup?
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
Ella, Maria is our fight scene choreographer for the big ballroom scene, and Rebecca is our set designer. I've asked them to join the call so they can express to you more of what will be expected when you join the team.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am looking forward to working with the both of you.
As am I.
Yep.
So what's it going to be like working on set with you two?
Well, as Don said, I'm the fight scene choreographer, which means that I will be helping you with, ouch, with your stage fighting. We'll be working together for hours a day, so you better get used to me. Ow. Anyways, I'm sure we'll have a blast. It's going to be hard, and I would recommend wearing clothes and shoes that you don't really care about, but I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun.
Sounds great.
Yeah, what she said.
Do you want to tell Ella some more about the set and what you'll have to work with?
I mean, I guess it's super cool. Big walls glued down. Real good.
Glued?
Rebecca, I thought I told you to not put the set together with Gorilla Glue anymore.
Yeah, well, you're not the one with the degree in set design.
Ha! Our friendship is so much fun, isn't it? We love to pick on each other. It's all fun and games around here.
Sure is.
Hey, Donald, did you ever get that poor dog out of Chevy's cage?
I told you Chevy would not be a topic of conversation in this Zoom call.
I mean, geez, I was just wondering. Seems to me that the little puppy has been through.
Stop talking, Rebecca! Oh, she's just joking. She loves to joke around, don't you, Rebecca?
I guess.
I believe we've gotten a bit sidetracked. Anyways, Ella, I hope that you're all ready and excited to join the team.
Join the team?
Surprise! You got the part.
Oh my gosh. I can't thank you enough, Don. This is the best and scariest moment of my entire life. My family's going to be so happy and...
Oh, it seems I forgot something on my list. Would you be willing to cut your hair a few inches down to your shoulders at very most?
A haircut?
A haircut, just a light trim.
A haircut?
Am I breaking up?
I won't do it.
You won't?
I will not let you touch my hair.
Oh, snap.
You look great with a bob.
Ella, it's just a light trim. They'll barely cut off your dead ends.
No. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'm sorry, Don, but this is the last straw. You will not touch my hair. Never. And by the way, I don't have dead ends. My hair is perfect. Goodbye, Don. I quit.
What are you gonna do now, boss? She was the last one on our list.
Rebecca, are those wigs from Friday night still backstage?
Yeah?
Chevy, it looks like you got the part, buddy.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, did one of you make this chat? I don't think I've met any of you before.
Obviously, we're all strangers here. Shall we introduce ourselves? I'm Tina.
Nick, nice to meet you.
I'm Vanessa.
Come on now. I don't have time to play games with you people. Which one of you was it? Was it you, little girl?
Little girl, are you talking to me?
Did you make this call?
I'm 19, thank you very much. And no, I didn't make this chat. I'm sure I got here the same way you did.
Well, one of you made the call. Who was in here first?
Me, but I didn't make it. I got sent some weird texts about playing a game for money or something.
Yeah, I received a similar text.
So did I.
We all got pulled into some sort of scam. I really don't have time for this.
Wait, I just checked the members in the room. There are 5 people here. Hello? Are you gonna turn your camera on?
Well, you invited us here. Said there was money involved. Least you could do is tell us how to get it.
Welcome. I'm glad you all have decided to join this Zoom game. I apologize for not being able to show my face, but for privacy reasons, I'll be talking to you via chat. You all have decided to join this call today, the prize being a direct deposit of $500,000 into your bank account. This game will consist of 3 rounds. Each round will be a different game, and the loser of each round will be kicked from the Zoom call. Lose a round, you lose permanently. Should you leave the game early, and you will receive the same punishment the losers do. You have all decided to join this game for your own personal reasons, and I suspect you will all stay until the last person is standing. So, are you all ready to begin?
It sounds like they don't have much of a choice.
Well, they're right. We wouldn't have joined if we didn't want to play for the money. Why would we leave now? Let's just get started.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I guess we can begin.
Perfect. Round 1. You will be given 5 minutes to discuss amongst yourselves who you think deserves the money the least. As I said before, you have all joined for your own personal reasons. Whoever you decide doesn't deserve this money will lose this round and be kicked from the call. You may begin.
What kind of game is this? Are we supposed to just talk to each other and decide from there? Not much of a game if it doesn't even require skill.
You seem on edge about it. Why did you join?
It's none of your business, little girl. Not anyone's business.
Stop calling me that.
Or what? Why are you here anyways? Did mommy and daddy stop buying Barbie dolls for you?
Shut up. Don't talk about my parents.
Why? Are you scared mommy and daddy won't like you talking to strangers on the internet?
My parents are dead. I'm an orphan. I'm here because I want to go to college. I'm an artist, you see. But I'm unable to apply for art school because I don't have a family to support me. Sure, I work, but it's not nearly enough to go to art school. Well, someone else go. I stated my case.
I guess I'll go. I'm here for my daughter. I'm a single mother working 3 jobs. I barely have enough time to see her, and when I do, I feel sorry towards her. I want her to grow up comfortably and see her mother like any normal child should. So that's why I'm here.
I'm sorry to hear that, Vanessa. I'm sure you're a great mother.
What is this, a therapy session? Is this just who can have the best sob story? Let me tell you the truth. All humans care about is money. Our grade for is what keeps us alive. That's why we're all here.
How could you say that after hearing their stories?
I'm just being honest here. Cut the pity stories and just say you were lucky enough to be sent the sketchy Zoom call link.
You know what, Christopher? You look familiar now that I look closely. You're one of the head chairman at Amazon, aren't you?
How do you know that?
Unlike you, I actually have a brain. I study up on things like that. Aren't you already making 6 figures? Why are you even here?
Like I said, our greed for money is what keeps us alive. I can't help it, I'm human. I want more.
Wow, are you trying to make us hate you?
What about him, huh? No one asked Nick why he's here.
Whatever he says has to be better than what your reason is.
Let's hear it then.
To be honest, I feel I fall right in the middle somewhere. I can relate to Vanessa because I also have a family. My 2 kids and a wife. And my job is to, keep my family alive, put food on the table. So, here I am, working an office job I told myself I would never do. But I guess I'm not here for them. And in that way, I can relate to Tina too. I'm still paying off college debt that I have years later. I mean, I worked hard to get to college, but here I am. I also believe I'm like Christopher too. I'm not here for my family or to pay off student debt. Like, I mean, I have a great family. I have a perfect life, but I'm unhappy. And this felt like a sign to join. And honestly, I do want that money. I want it to start my own life for me.
You're really going to let him stay in here. He said so himself he has a perfect life. Even I can't say that. It's clear who we should kick out.
At least he's aware of himself. You're just here for your own selfish reasons.
Aren't we all here for our own selfish reasons?
Are you really trying to defend this guy?
Well, no.
Then why are we even arguing about this? Thumbs up. Please send me a private chat of who you want to vote out.
This is ridiculous.
The votes have been counted. With 1 vote for Nick and 3 votes for Christopher, Christopher has lost this round.
Wow. All of you voted for me, huh? All right. You'll all regret this.
Christopher? Christopher, you okay? You guys all saw that, right? What just happened?
I don't know. But he probably deserved it. What a jerk.
That was really strange, though. He looked so pale. Like he saw a ghost or something.
Something doesn't sit right with me.
Maybe we shouldn't have voted him out so easily like that.
He was being really rude and inconsiderate. He probably didn't even need the money, so what's the point of feeling bad? It is a game. We can't all win.
Yeah, but I don't know. We don't even know who's running this thing, and that was a little too weird.
He lost the game. He's gone. Let's just move on, okay?
All right.
Any chat. Congrats to you 3 for making it to round 2. In this round, I'll be sending you all a different paragraph scramble. You will work individually to unscramble your words, and when you finish, please read your paragraph out loud. Last person to unscramble their words loses this round. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I wish I could say the same. Words have never really been my thing. That's why I'm an artist. Oh, did you guys get the text? Great. Good luck, guys.
I think I'm done.
Really? I think you can read them out once you finish.
Right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One go dead, another one missing. 2 heads left, another starts twitching. Death by death, you become more stressed. Let them in to become possessed. It's a lot more darker than I expected. I'm sorry. Nick? Tina? Are you guys okay?
Ugh. Sorry, I don't know what just happened.
You two are acting really weird. It's game.
I'm sorry. I just kind of blanked out there for a moment.
My head.
Are you okay?
My head is throbbing.
Weird. Mine is too.
Look, if it's because of what I said earlier, I was just following the rules. I didn't mean anything, and now people are getting hurt, and things are happening.
It's okay, Vanessa. Don't worry.
I am sorry though. I really did.
Could you please shut up? I still don't understand this paragraph, and my head is going to explode.
Sorry. Me too. Okay. I'm done.
Please read it so I can get out of here.
What would you do to get some money? Kick out the one who seems to be a dummy. Will it help cover up the blood of what you've done? Remember who you've killed and how you won.
Nick, what do we do? Do we call the police? We don't know where she's from.
I don't know if there's anything we can do.
What do you mean? Tina is dead because of us. So is Christopher. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
Vanessa, just calm down, okay? Just look, unknown guy. I don't know who you are or how you're doing this, or if this is some just big prank, but this has gone too far. You never said anything about people dying in this game. What? What is it?
In the beginning, they said something about losing permanently. I didn't think it would be like this.
Me neither.
What am I going to do, Nick? I can't die. What about my daughter? I'm not ready to go yet.
Don't worry. We're gonna figure this out. Okay? Just trust me.
I trust you.
Congrats on being the final two standing. The final round will determine the winner. By now, I suspect you know your fate in this game if you lose. This round is fairly easy. In this game, one of you will have the decision of who lives and who dies. When you decide to kill the other contestant and walk away with $500,000, or will you choose to die? Refuse to make a choice and you will be chosen as the loser. You have 5 minutes to decide.
Why would you make us do that? We can't do this.
Vanessa, just calm down. There's nothing we can do. If we leave the Zoom call, we'll die too. There's no way around this.
So who's going to make this decision?
Me. I have to choose.
What do you plan on doing?
I don't know, Vanessa. I mean, I really want to help you. I know you have your little girl to take care of, but I have my family too, and you're just some stranger on the internet.
But you said so yourself. You have a nice life. You have a good job, a family, and enough money to put food on the table every day. I don't have that. Please tell me you'll be understanding. My daughter can't survive on her own, and I can't die after everything I've been through.
I know, Vanessa, but do you understand what you're asking me here? You're asking me to choose to die. That's a lot.
So you're saying you'd be okay with living, knowing you killed someone?
I already have. I'm Christopher and then Tina. Like, I'm starting to wonder what harm one more would even do. Technically, it's not even me doing the deed.
Would you listen to yourself? This game has driven you to insanity.
I can't help that. I didn't expect this to happen. I just wanted to be happy.
Well, are you happy now? Thinking of killing a mother? Think of your wife.
Two minutes left.
Please, Nick. I know you think of us as strangers, but please, I beg of you.
I hear footsteps.
What?
I'm the only one still at the office. I shouldn't be hearing those. One minute left.
What are you going to do?
Will you really be using the money for your daughter?
Of course.
Okay. Will you take her to the beach for me? I always wanted to take my kids to the beach.
I will.
Okay. I really hope you live a nice, comfortable life, Vanessa. One that I couldn't have.
Oh, Nick.
I'll leave the call so you don't have to see anything horrific. I believe someone is here already, so good night, Vanessa.
Thank you, Nick. Oh, Nick, you fool. I enjoy the money you died for. Congrats, Vanessa, on winning another game. Would you like to keep the money you earned or play again? Again, please. Anyone you'd like to invite? It's quite fun playing with strangers. You want to play?